Okay. Remember yesterday when we talked? Good morning.
Good morning,
Remember when
everybody.
we talked yesterday about the spat that Bernie and Warren had on stage right after the debate, and we didn't know what they were talking about because we couldn't hear it. And then Tom Steyer staying in the middle of them, we didn't know what they were saying. Well, CNN, inexplicably, for what reason I have no idea, has released the audio of that spat. We're going to play it for you right now.
Okay, hold on. Are you guys ready for this jelly?
Are you ready?
Sure it's turned up
for the jelly?
Okay, here we go.
I think you called me a liar on national TV. I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Let's not do it right now. You want to have that discussion? We'll have that discussion. You called me. You told me. All right, let's not do it now.
I don't want to get milk. I just want to say hi, Bernie.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah, good.
She walked away without a handshake.
Okay.
After intentionally trying to.
Did you guys see that?
So
Did
there
you
it
see
is.
that?
She went full, and that's why she didn't shake his hand. She's mad. And so
Do we want to play it one more time?
let's play it one more time for the people just joining.
Sanders suddenly boiled over.
I think you called me a liar on national TV. I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Let's not do it right now. You want to have that discussion? We'll have that discussion. You called me. You told me. All right, let's not do it now.
I don't want to get milk. I just want to say hi, Bernie.
Yeah, good. Okay.
She walked away.
Tom Steyer's
just wanted to say hi to Bernie.
Just wanted to say hi. I'm a complete dork. Complete dork over here. Hey. Hey, Bernie. I do
Yes.
think a conversation occurred about her winning and about her gender. I think a conversation happened between her and Bernie was probably like, "You're going to have trouble of some sort because you are a woman." And I don't doubt that happened. Whether or not she took offense to that at the time, I don't know, because I wasn't there. Lord knows I don't want to be in a room with those two jack-offs. But I think that conversation probably occurred, and she is weaponizing that now. She's using it as a weapon now, right now. She chose to use it right now.
I think the conversation went as he said it did, which is to say, he probably said to her, Trump's going to weaponize the fact that you're a woman, and that's going to be hard for you. And he probably said those things as a friend. If they are, in fact, friends, he probably said those things. Now, why she's decided 2 years later to use this as some sort of sexist
Did you hear
argument.
the audio?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent you a new version of the thing, because now we have more audio.
I don't believe it.
Why she's using it now and deciding to be mad now, that makes zero sense.
I just think the funniest part of that is when Tom Steyer's like, I just wanted to shake hands with Bernie.
That's my favorite.
I just
He
wanted-
was so
and
awkward.
talk about, I'd like to talk to you about the climate. That's what he's such, that guy is
wanted to
such
say
a
hi to
weirdo. He is such a
I
psychopath.
just wanted to say hi to Bernie.
Just
Not hi to you, Elizabeth, because I'm a sexist.
Just like to
That's
talk-
going to be the new
I'd
talking
like
point.
to talk to all of you about the climate. About the
All
climate.
right, do you have something to say? Because I don't want this to just be a hi Rob thing. So, do you have news?
You're
Tell
so
us news.
mean, like-
I'm not mean. I'm just like, everybody's going to just be waving. You're
This
going to
is
be waving.
all about you. Like, you just turn this into your own little deal.
Well,
here.
it is
our
kind
own
of about
show.
us. It is actually kind of about us. It is, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so that is the big news of the day, because that's huge. And the thing is, why did they release it? What is their purpose?
Well, they don't want her to win, because I don't know if you know this, but the Democrats don't want a woman or a brown person to win this election.
is that what it really is?
That's what it is. I don't know.
Oh
I don't know if y'all know
God.
this, but the Democrats really are racist and sexist. This is why they call us racist and sexist, because they actually are racist and sexist, and they project that bull crap on us. I don't know if I just dropped a bombshell on y'all, but that's how it is.
Oh my God.
That's how it is. Yeah, this is what they always call us, that garbage, because they are actually that. And they don't want Elizabeth Warren to be the person. They need an old white dude to be the person.
Wow.
So it's either going to be Biden or Sanders or Bloomberg, or that it's not going to be Steyer because he's too weird, right?
So you think this is like a CNN endgame to get rid of Warren in order for Bernie to continue to surge so that we somehow end up with a more moderate candidate?
I don't.
Because CNN is supposed to be all establishment-y. This
Yeah.
is why I'm so perplexed by
I
this.
don't know. I mean, or they think Sanders can somehow win.
I thought
if
nobody I thought like only crazy people wanted him to win.
Well, I mean, Sanders and Warren are the same person. They're,
So they're just
basically the
thinking-
same person, but they probably think that Sanders has more, I guess, of a chance than Warren.
And
At
so they're
this
just
point?
like, they're trying to get rid of them one by one. Oh
But
my
Warren,
God.
I think they need to get rid of Warren.
Oh my God.
So they're getting rid of Warren, and they're going to put Sanders in there. But I don't think Sanders has a chance in hell if he goes up against Trump. I mean, I think that's a clear delineation between communism and America. I mean,
Which, by the way,
seriously.
if you had any doubts about the objective here and the agenda of Bernie Sanders, his own people are saying, because the part 2 of James O'Keefe stuff came out, and that guy, what was his name, Kyle Jurek or whatever, that guy is saying, yeah, Bernie says he's a democratic socialist, but he's a full-on socialist. And then there was a comment, oh my God, so that the Iowa state director, like Kyle's boss, essentially, the Iowa state director for Bernie's campaign, she responded to the James O'Keefe stuff. And did you guys see her response? Because this was rather amazing.
Yeah,
how
it's
she
like-
blew it off.
It's like it's no big deal.
She called all of this political gossip.
Yeah.
That's how she described it.
Yeah, talking about gulags.
Yeah.
And re-education, and how basically they want to have free education. Bernie's camp wants to have free education so they can re-educate all of us.
In gulags.
Yeah, in gulags. It's just gossip, you guys.
Just
They
political
want to
gossip.
burn down cities, but that's just gossip, you guys.
He is still employed, FYI. And so this is Misty Rebick, who, by the way, every Iowa communications person on Bernie's team has locked down their Twitter. And so, but somebody got a screenshot of what she said, somebody who obviously follows her. She wrote, the hundreds of thousands of Iowans we've talked to this caucus season don't care about political gossip. They care about making healthcare a human right, taking on climate change, making college affordable, blah, 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 blah. That's how she responded.
Making college affordable? You mean free?
Right. And then there was a comment in response from one of their group that said, the Gulag info wasn't supposed to come out until after the election. Which means that that's like a part of their agenda, you guys. It's not
Yeah.
just a theory. It's not just some lunatic talking. This is how they actually think.
Yeah, we got to pass the bill so we can see what's in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got to elect the guy so we can actually see what we can get, right? Which is, I guess, gulags in the case of
God.
Bernie. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to get Bernie elected so then we can all get shoved into gulags.
And
I
by the way,
swear.
gulags are no big deal. I mean, you can still have sex in them. So
Oh, yeah.
according to Kyle Jurek,
Conjugal
you get your
visits. Yeah.
You're gonna do some hard labor and you're gonna like carry rocks and stuff.
I mean, what's the big
But
deal?
it's
Yeah,
gonna be
those
fine.
those millionaires, they're going to actually carry some rocks.
My God. And James O'Keefe, there's more coming, and it could be because he's now saying, like in his tease for whatever's coming, he says, by the way, there's going to be more videos coming that make it clear this is not an isolated thing. This is how that campaign thinks. And so there's going to be more, and hopefully from more states, because what he's saying now is if the whole Iowa team, their communications team responsible for messaging for Bernie, if they're shutting down, can you imagine if that happens in all the other states? Mm-hmm. I mean, so he's going to have no communications team. He's going to have no team that's putting out his message except to the people that already follow those people.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all that can see them now.
Somebody was asking, what's fair, like tax-wise? I think it was John. I'm sorry, I saw your name. It just went by really quickly.
What do you mean, what's
But somebody's
fair?
like, what's fair tax-wise to these people? Because like if you
90%.
talk,
They've
like
already
you talk
said.
about a Bernie, like is it 20%? Is it? I mean, we're far surpassed like a 20%. Like when it comes
Oh,
to
yeah.
when it comes to small, if you own a small business, you're getting taxed. I mean, at like 40% at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous in this country. It's ridiculous. And that's why a lot of small businesses, like, they just struggle. They struggle. They're on the struggle bus right now. So, I mean, this is the thing. What is fair? I don't know. What's fair? What's fair to these people? And like she said, it's like 90% to Bernie Sanders. He doesn't believe in profit. He just doesn't believe in that.
Unless
which-
he personally is
Yeah.
benefiting from it.
Unless he is. He doesn't. The way that he talks up on that stage, to me, it's terrifying because he is so anti corporations. He doesn't believe in corporate. Who the hell does he think? I mean, it's like corporations employ people
and create things.
and they exactly, they innovate, they create things, they create jobs. I mean, this is a guy who's never had anything but a government job. And we have always paid him. We have done that. We have employed him. So he knows nothing about innovation. He knows nothing about the private sector. He knows nothing about building anything on his own. We have always employed, since he was 40 years old. He never had a job until he was 40. He lived in his parents' basement. And then he was like, oh, I guess I'll go get a government job. I mean, that's all he's ever known. He's so anti-America.
America.
He has no idea what it means to own a small business and build anything on his own. He doesn't know anything about that. And so it's unbelievable. The only way he's ever had a paycheck is because of us. It's because of the taxpayers. Mm-hmm. And it's so anti-America, the way that he thinks. And so he just wants to tax and tax and tax and tax.
And it's absolutely terrifying the way that that guy that is speaking, and the way that he talks in the video, and then also says everyone on the team feels the exact same way.
Yeah.
That's what's really terrifying, is that these are like Antifa people. These are people who think they have no problem with violence. If you don't see eye to eye with them, you don't deserve to exist. I mean, he said out loud, well, what'd they do? And, we'll just shoot people on the beach if we need to. This is like how they actually think. Mm-hmm. And they're still employed.
Yeah.
So, listen, Liz may have a bunch of problems, but the fact that Bernie has any support should terrify everybody.
It really should terrify. And after they say stuff like, we're going to burn cities down.
And hurt the cops.
And then they're still employed, and these people are like, "Oh yeah, that's fine."
It's political gossip.
Yeah.
That's all. It's gossip.
That should absolutely.
Oh my God.
That should absolutely terrify everybody. Everybody. And then of course nobody's talking about this. The only people that are talking about it are people like us, people in alternative media, who are out here talking to y'all, to 1,500 people on a Facebook Live. That's it. You won't hear the mainstream media talking about this crap. And then there are people who won't share it on their Facebook pages because they're afraid of, having fights with their Aunt Jean in Nebraska, because you don't want to fight with your family, because it's the thing. It's like because she may support Bernie. This is what's happening in America now, because people don't want to ruffle any feathers. And conservatives are, by our very nature, we're very polite, and so this is what's happening in America right now. But Bernie is, man, he's a commie, y'all.
Yeah,
he's a straight up freaking commie.
And that is why, as much as he terrifies me, it's why I still want him to get the nomination. Yeah, because it's just I have to believe that once they're side by side, when you put a Trump and a Bernie side by side, people will realize what the difference means for America.
Yeah. But make no mistake, everybody on that stage believes the same crap that Bernie believes. There is nobody on that stage, on that debate stage, even Amy Klobuchar buys into that garbage. She may be more palatable, but they all believe the same crap. They all raised their hand when they were asked the question in the very first debate, do you want to give health care to illegals? They're all like, oh yeah, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. And if you would have asked that question, 10 years ago in a Democratic debate, I don't think that the people would have raised their hands as willingly.
There's video of Bernie from several years ago talking about how the concept of open borders is ridiculous. I mean, he talks about, and he explains very well the reasons why, how it would impact the American worker. He explains it very well. So how everybody has moved so drastically over
to the left,
it just is mind-boggling.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy. I mean, they just hate America.
Yeah.
They hate America. It's mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing how much they hate our country. Yeah. And I don't understand it, but I feel like there is such a clear delineation now between the left and the right. I think it's pretty clear what you're voting for in 2020. You either love this country and you're looking out for your kids and your grandkids, or you're not.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Yeah.
And speaking of loving the country, yesterday, very good example of the difference between right and left, right? We've got a president signing a China deal, which is great and historic in many ways. And at the very same time that that's happening, we got Nancy celebrating with commemorative pens.
Oh my God!
Signing off on this impeachment.
Oh, we paid for that. We paid for those pens, by the way.
That have her dumb name on them.
Swear to God.
And they're all they're like posing for pictures in this solemn and somber and sober event.
My ass.
Give me a break.
Yeah, I mean, there is no. These people.
Oh my God!
Yesterday I was watching that and I was seething with anger. Just seething. I'm like, we paid for all this garbage. And you know what struck me the most in the ceremony yesterday was that a lot of these people have been there for 30, 35 years. I mean, GTFO.
Yeah.
They don't need to be there. This is one of the reasons that I liked having Trump in there, and I wanted Trump to be in there, is I wanted him to drain the swamp. These people don't need to be, we need term limits, y'all. We need term limits so bad. So many of these people have gotten rich by being politicians. And because
and Maxine Waters' smug face.
And Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bernie Sanders is one of them. I mean, for crying out loud, these people have gotten rich because of us. Because they're people should not be rich because they're politicians. This is not why.
Public service is actually supposed to be hard.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be hard and not something that is an enticement to stay in forever.
And to get rich off of. That's not what you're not supposed to go in there and become a gazillionaire.
Right.
That's not how you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to get in there and be like, oh, I'm going to get 3 homes because of this. That's not what it's supposed to be about. That's not what our founding fathers intended. And it's a bunch of bullshit that's what's happening. Yeah. And when I see these people that have been in there for 30, 35 years, I'm like, how did this happen? How are we allowing this as American taxpayers? We need to get them out of there. And we need to totally restructure the system. And that is up to us. That is up to us.
And us not being complacent.
Yeah.
Like just seeing a name and thinking, oh, I've seen that name before, so I'm just going to vote again for that same ass clown
exactly.
who I voted for because I know the name.
Term limits, y'all.
Well, and it's all about making sure people are more informed, which is the hardest part. Because so many people don't care.
And these people get in there, don't do jack squat, and they're like, I want to raise. And this is one of the reasons that these people make upwards of $200,000 a year. We're paying these jackwads, not to mention the Mac Daddy benefits they get.
Yeah.
They get in there and then they're like, I'm going to go ahead and get this Mac Daddy salary and work 20 days a year. I'm exaggerating, of course, but they work way less than I do. Way less than you do, I know. And then they're like, I'm going to get this unbelievable pension on top of that. Why? Why do they get that? Why is that? We allow that.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of crap. I don't get a pension. Do you get a pension? Because, that's just
a rare thing.
Yeah, it's a rare thing these days. And it's a bunch of crap that they get that. None of them should get that. It's unbelievable. I get so fired up about this.
I know.
It's not right. They are so entitled.
It's out of control.
They are entitled, Marilyn, and it's not right. And we allow it. They are our employees. And they do so much better than I do. And they work for me. And it's not right. Yeah. Sorry, soapbox. I'm off of it now, but it just makes me so angry.
Deep breaths.
Mm-hmm. But that little ceremony yesterday,
infuriating.
And when she's like, he's impeached forever.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, really? Because I guarantee you that's not how people are going to remember him, Nancy.
And here's the other thing, is that the State of the Union address is scheduled for February 4th, which could potentially be during the Senate trial. And so there was a Republican congressman on Fox yesterday, I don't remember who, but there's a couple people actually who are Republicans are suggesting that he delay it until after the trial, because otherwise it's just sending like a bad message, you know what I mean? I think he should do it. I think he should keep it on track, and if it happens during the trial, even better.
Yeah.
Because he can address what's happening. He'll have the floor, he'll have no interruptions, and he can say anything he wants during that State of the Union. He can call out every last one of those impeachment jackholes and say how ridiculous it is.
I agree with you.
I want him to do it during the trial. Make a mockery of it. And just and don't move the date, because I get what their point is, because they're like, don't let them have this trial while you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get what they're saying, but I think he should
move forward too. Because I think it also shows, it's sort of representative of him basically saying to them, you know what? Screw this. We're going to get work done.
And we have gotten work done, and here's what we've done.
Here's what we've done, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to actually do my job while y'all just screw around.
Yeah.
Because you've screwed around for 3 years. I totally think he should do it too. I agree with you.
God, I hope
150%.
Now, it may not conflict anyway, right? Like, I mean, who knows? The trial may start, it may last a week, it'll be over, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think there should be any chatter about it being moved because of the trial.
You're right. Impeachment didn't affect Bill Clinton's life. And you know what? Bill Clinton actually did a crime. He lied. He lied under oath. Mm-hmm. He actually did something that was impeachable, whereas Trump didn't. And so, no, I don't think this is going to affect Trump at all. This is all based on hate. They look like idiots. They look like toddlers.
And they've got the pens to prove it.
Yeah, exactly. And when Nancy, claims this whole, I'm so prayerful. But after this, I'm going to go to an abortion rally because I'm a good Catholic. Yeah, we're on to you. Hag. Seriously. For real.
All right, I guess I gotta go make up with Rob.
First of all, okay, before we leave, I gotta say something to Donna Fisher in Lubbock, Texas. She made this for me over Christmas. Well, she did it, and it was sent to me today, and it's an ornament, y'all. It's this really sweet ornament, and it has a picture of my dog, Tessie, and my little girl when she was little. See that? My dog, Tessie, passed away a couple months ago, and then it has a picture of my family on the back. But isn't that the sweetest? It's an ornament. And I just wanted to give a shout out to her. Donna, thank you so much. When we get stuff like this, I mean,
So sweet.
Our people, our community is so awesome. And I got all weepy this morning because that's one of my favorite pictures of all time of my little girl. Y'all, I'll show it to you again because it's like the sweetest. Isn't that the sweetest? Is that not the sweetest? So thank you. Seriously, thank you so much.
All right, we gotta go. I'm gonna go and be nice to Rob,
Yeah.
and then.
Do you really need to do that?
Well, I mean, it's getting annoying where he just stands there and he doesn't say. If he's got something to say, I welcome him.
That's
saying
true.
Something.
He just wants people to
He
give
just
him
wants
love.
people, and they do it. You guys all wave at him, and then it's just like nobody's listening to what
I
we're
know,
saying. So
I
why are we
know.
even bothering?
I know. He's very needy for attention
Very,
right
very
now.
needy for
He's
attention.
very needy.
So I'm gonna go give
Okay.
him some, and we're
All
gonna
right.
make up. It'll be fine.
All right, you guys, bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, it's a Thursday hug. You guys have a wonderful day. Make it count. We'll
That's
talk to you
right.
tomorrow. Bye.